Pizza Hut is going retro, with dozens of stores nationwide converting back to the old model of years past.
So Pizza Hut just proved everything that I always say about the 80s and 90s, because they just invested real money into bringing back something that they got rid of about 25 or 30 years ago. The red roof, the cups, the checkered tablecloths, the booths, the lamps, the salad bar, the specific feeling of walking into a Pizza Hut on Friday night in 1987, 1992, something like that, and knowing before the pizza ever hit the table that the night was already special. And that tells us something, because what people miss isn't just the pizza, obviously. They miss what the pizza meant. They miss the ritual. They miss the entire world around that pizza. And the fact that a major corporation just looked at the modern world and said, you know what people want? They want the old Pizza Hut back. That might be the clearest proof yet that something this channel has been trying to say from the beginning is absolutely true. The 80s and 90s weren't just better because of the movies, the music, the TV, the video store rentals, or the restaurants. They were better because life felt shared. We're going to talk about that today. So pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so before anybody says it, no, this is not a Pizza Hut ad. Pizza Hut isn't paying me. They don't know that I exist. Though Pizza Hut, if you're out there listening, I'm very available for a red cup full of ice cold Coke and a personal pan pizza, book it type situation. This video isn't even really about Pizza Hut. It's about what Pizza Hut just accidentally admitted, because when a company brings back its old design, old atmosphere, old restaurant experience, and old emotional language, they're not selling food. They're selling memories and a better time. And more importantly, they are selling the modern version of something that we lost and that we are trying to get back. So with that in mind, before we make this argument, I want to take you back. We're going to jump in the Wayback Machine to 1986, 87, 85, 92, 93. You maybe just watched Jurassic Park. Who knows? But it's a Friday night somewhere in there, and your parents have loaded everybody into the car. You're probably in the back seat with no seat belt. Maybe if you're old as me, you got an 8-track player in the old wood-paneled station wagon up front, and there's that little cigarette thing on the back of the seat in front of you, the ashtray. Yeah. All of that's happening, and you pull into the parking lot, and there it is, that big red roof, the glowing sign, a building that actually had a distinctive visual identity to it. You could spot it from down the highway. It's like, now, if they try to redo them, you know it's a Pizza Hut underneath if they try to make it something else. But you walk in and the smell immediately hits you. The cheese, the sauce, the hot pans, the sizzling, the sounds of the arcades over there, the little game machines that they had. Almost all of them had like a little mini arcade area. The jukebox in the quarters going into it. That warm restaurant air mixed with air conditioning that every kid of the era can still smell. You can still smell these things. You can hear these sounds with your eyes closed. And then you got the booths, the stained glass lamps that are incredible, the little red plastic cups that we love so much, the salad bar that felt like a Vegas buffet to you at the time, the all-you-can-eat bar, particularly if it was lunchtime, the picture of soda, whether it was Coke, Pepsi, whatever you were drinking, or maybe beer when you got a little older, and then the pan pizza arrived. Particularly pan, maybe later stuffed crust, and it was so damn hot it felt and looked and touched when you grabbed it like it just came out of a volcano. You couldn't eat it right away. You had to sit there and stare it down while you're waiting on the life-threatening temperature to cool down so that you didn't burn your tongue and the roof of your mouth and couldn't taste the food the rest of the time. But that was all part of the ritual, right? That was part of the experience. And that word matters more than anything else in this video. Ritual, experience. Corporations are not sentimental by nature. They're not. They're bottom line oriented. They don't bring back red cups because someone in the boardroom got misty eyed watching old commercials or videos like this. They bring them back because the data told them there was value there. Real commercial value. The kind that justifies a real investment, which means Pizza Hut's research confirmed something specific, that an enormous segment of Americans between 35 and 65 who have powerful emotional association with that experience really want it back. It's strong enough that recreating the physical environment will drive genuine behavioral change that will translate to younger customers coming up as that is brought to them and transferred to them. And so Pizza Hut goes back to what it looked like decades ago. First it was with a handful, then a bigger handful. Now we're talking a couple of hundred across the country, and you're going to get more to follow suit the more successful these are. Pizza Hut's not alone in figuring this out. You've got Nintendo releasing the NES Classic in 2016. It sold out within hours. Vinyl records now outsell CDs. Physical media still sells all the time. And the vinyl records over CDs, that was like the first time since the 80s, since like 1987 that had happened. And it's all because of the ritual, the sound, the feeling, the experience. Now, vinyl sounds better than digitized music, but when you open a vinyl record, you get the sleeve on the inside, the liner notes, the artwork, sitting down listening to a whole album, something that a Spotify list is just not going to do for you. Nostalgia has become one of the forms of cultural proof of how things were better and how connected we used to be. When people keep returning to something decades later, it means it had weight to it across everyone that experienced it together. It meant something. It left a mark that is lasting so hard that we got to bring it back. And here's the part that goes much deeper than deep dish pan pizza here. The Pizza Hut memory doesn't live alone. It is inside an entire ecosystem of Friday night and weekend rituals that all fed into each other. There was this synergy that the whole world, particularly America, I can't speak for everyone else, that we moved to the same beating heart of these things. You went to Pizza Hut before a movie, or after the movie, or before stopping at the video rental store for something that your parents probably should have looked over more carefully before they let you rent it. But that's what made us who we are. That was the world, the food, the movies, the music, the TV, the video stores, the arcades, all connected, all communal, being shared together. We all knew the same language of our world, all happening at the same time, to the same generations and the same cultural moments in time. And the reason those memories hit so hard now is because they're not just personal to us, they're shared. All those personal memories that we have of these things, the other people that you knew at the time, they have the same memories. That is true culture. Different towns, different families, different tables, same feelings, same red cups, same pan pizza cooling in the middle of the table while everyone waited. That was a monoculture. Everyone moving through the same cultural experience simultaneously. And here is the easiest way that I can sum up what we've lost and had then compared to what we have today. And that is, the old Pizza Hut was made for staying. It was made for sitting, hanging out. The modern world is built for leaving, for being in a hurry, for an individualized experience. Get in, pick it up, swipe, scroll, click, consume, move on, just consume thing and go. But that is not how memory works. Memory attaches itself to friction, to more of a expanded experience, to the drive there. You remember the drive there on the weekends, to waiting for the pizza, to the person sitting across from you, to the argument over which movie to rent on the way home, to the song playing in the car. That is why the past feels much richer. Not because everything was better necessarily, but because more of it had weight. More of it happened in real places in the real world. More of it happened with real people in the real world. The brain craves experiences. It craves novelty. That's what actually makes time feel like it slows down. The reason time feels like it goes faster now isn't just because we're getting older, but because as you're scrolling and swiping and online constantly, the brain just sees these things as moving into one another, one long thing, so time speeds up. There's not individual experiences that make it slow down in the real world. We have more content right now than any generation in history. More movies, more music, more food options, more everything, and somehow it feels like we have less. Because, listen, convenience is not the same thing as experience. Personalization is not the same thing as connection. Having 10,000 options on a screen is not the same thing as sitting in a booth with your family, with your friends, and enjoying being there while the pan pizza cools in the middle of the table. The algorithm gave us everything that we thought we wanted, and somehow it took away everything that we needed. The togetherness, the shared experience that makes our lives so much more colorful and so much richer. Now, this offers us a little bit of a warning and some hope. Ready Player One. I'm going to talk about Ready Player One with this for just a second, because we could talk about a lot of things. We could talk about this popping up in Ninja Turtles, Pizza Hut in the Ninja Turtles video game, or associating pizza with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even though Domino's was in the movie. Or we could talk about how pizza connects to movies and video rental, which we touched on. We could talk about a lot of things. Of course, the great Pizza Hut commercials that were always there, that were themed to the seasons, whether it was summer and baseball, or whether it was Halloween or birthday parties, all of that is there, right? That ingrained experience that touched so many different parts of our lives. But check out this with Ready Player One, because it put a concept here that I'm trying to touch on better than most people give it credit for. This film is often treated like a pure nostalgia machine, the way people want to treat these new Pizza Hut classics. But Spielberg knew the trap. He did. At the end, in this movie, little spoiler alert, when the heroes win control of the virtual world, built entirely from pop culture from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, what do? What's the first thing they do? They shut it down part of the time, right? Mandatory shutdown, mandatory unplug, mandatory be present in the real world with real people and real experiences. Because nostalgia can be beautiful. Being online and in a virtual world and AI can be awesome, but it cannot replace the real life experiences that we share with other people. The point is not to live permanently in 1987. It's not to live permanently online. The point is to understand what made those experiences so valuable that they are so persistent and so lasting. The ritual, the togetherness, the gathering, the shared context, and the fight to bring that all to the present. Pizza Hut Classic can be a throwback, a photo op, an hour of feeling like you're 8 years old again under a red roof and a table lamp, and that's genuinely great. But more than the red cups and the pizza, what this stands for is the idea that we need to bring back Friday nights the way it used to feel. Make it feel like something. The dinner should be somewhere that people across the table should be real and in front of you, and they should matter more than whatever is on your screen or in your pocket. That is what Pizza Hut just proved. People don't just miss the pizza, they miss the world and the time and the shared experience that pizza belonged to. So drop your Pizza Hut memories in the comments. The booth, the birthday party. I had a couple birthday parties there myself. The book it over the summer, getting your pizza, the personal pan pizza that you actually earned. The arcade game by the door. Maybe it was Pac-Man. Maybe it was Ninja Turtles. Bring back the music that you listened to on the jukebox. What was your favorite that you listened to? The movie you saw before or after? The video rental store that you hit before or after on the way home? That feeling of pulling into the parking lot and knowing that the night was gonna be awesome and you were there with the people that you loved and you wanted to be with. Those details will all be different for all of us, but the feeling that gives us, that feeling will be the same. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It's what we do here. All these things that mean so much to us, whether it's stuff like this, whether it's movies, TV, pop culture, all of it, because that is what brings us together, and that is what we've lost, and that is what we have to get back. If you'd like to help support what we're doing here a little bit more, my Patreon is always down there in the description. You'll get physical media reviews, something that ties us to the past there for sure. Looks at my filmmaking, special members only videos, and so much more. And of course, your name and lights, old school style, right here on every single video. And I really do appreciate it. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. It's Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. I think I'm going to get some pizza now.